My fiancé and I have been dating for a little over 3 years now, and engaged for about 1 year of that. She's from Mexico but has lived the majority of her life in small towns in the Midwest. She's always had male friends being from small towns, and she helped me deal with my insecurities about her having male friends. I've been very open about my feelings regarding her hanging out with male friends alone, and she's basically shut me down every time with a canned, "Your insecurity is going to drive me away" response. We met Anther Man through a night out with some friends a little over a month ago, and he and my fiancé have become really good friends. They both have a lot in common, being from Mexico, living in small towns, interested in same hobbies, and I think it's great that she found a friend that she relates to well. But they've been talking since they met on Snapchat, from when she wakes up to the point that I fall asleep. She's always been a homebody to save money for our future together, but since they met she's been suggesting that we go out to hang out with him and his friends every Saturday and Sunday until 4 a.m. I've talked to her about not staying out so late and can't keep up, to which she always says that she'll just go out alone with him. I'm never comfortable with that, so I end up going with them. When we go out together, they spend the entire time together, usually talking or playing games. I'm a super social person, so I don't have a problem going out and meeting new people. There's just times at the bar or parties that I'd like to hang out with her. She basically ignores me to talk to this other man in a completely different language than I speak. Last night, he invited her out to go cruise alone without me because he said he doesn't think I like him. I'm sure that there's been some points that I've given them an accidental bad look when we're out, but I've done everything I can to make him feel welcome and let him know that I trust my fiancé. I felt pretty comfortable letting them go out alone because she's shared her location with me in case anything goes wrong, and she's usually pretty good about communicating. I was keeping tabs and checking in every 15 to 20 minutes or so until around 9:30 when she stopped responding. I checked the location on her phone and she was out in the middle of nowhere, pretty typical for cruising in the Midwest. Her location kept updating as her being in the same location for about an hour while still not texting me back. I got pretty worried that something had happened and asked when they were coming home. Around 11 o'clock, an hour and a half later, she texted me saying that they're on their way back. The location kept updating, and it looked like they were there for about 45 more minutes and finally made it home around midnight. When she walked in, she was a little drunk, smelled like cigarettes, which is 100% out of character, and her hair was in a notably messy bun. She immediately started coming on to me, and we had sex a few times. I asked her about how the cruise went, and she just said they just drove around for a while and didn't remember where they went. A couple little disclaimers. She's been very honest with me about everything in the past. She's mentioned which friends have said they like her or hit on her. She's kept very good contact when she goes out with guy friends in the past, and I feel like I can trust her. I'm also seeking therapy for this sort of insecurity that I might be feeling, along with some depression. She's said multiple times that she's willing to go to therapy with me to try to resolve some issues. This is where my question come in: how can I confront her about what happened during that little 2-hour window? I can't think of a good way to ask her without bringing up that I was watching her location when she didn't respond. Maybe that's the best approach. She's called my jealous behavior toxic multiple times in the past, and I'm afraid that she'll just try to use those canned lines again. I would really like to know a way that I can prompt her to reassure me with what honestly happened, without having her shut me out. I'd also like to know if anyone thinks it's a good idea to confront her about her emotional affair with this man, or should I just let it die out like it could possibly do on its own? My fiancé went cruising alone with another man, who she's been having an emotional affair with, and didn't respond to my texts for an hour and a half while they were parked in the middle of the country. How do I ask her about what happened during that time without her accusing me of being a psycho, and should I talk to her about the emotional affair?